26, and this is our, let's say, book 1, chapter 1, chapter 2, page 1 of the explanation of our website. I'll make my head a little bigger so that I can lean back a little bit. There we go. Handsome devil, huh? 74 years old, engaged to a 28-year-old Dominican university graduate, and heading there to live in August of 2026 after a 9.5 year, as of now, long distance age gap relationship. Okay, that's enough about that. What we're here to talk about is YNA Entertainment, which is the business that my daughter, Lily, who's 29, yes, a year older than my fiance, and she's cool with it, has developed, started in 2017. I used to train racehorses here in Sacramento, California, part-time, after I drove truck full-time. And every time we'd have a good night at the track, and I mean good night meaning $1,000 gambling or $1,000 in purse money won by our horses, we would go to Skip's Music the next day and buy an electric guitar, a bass guitar, a drum kit, some amps, some microphones, whatever she wanted. At the time she was 12, 13, 14, in that range gap. This is when we were doing that. Did she play anything? No. Did she have any band? No. But in 2012, no, 2011, she started schooling at a charter school up the street from us called Choices. And it was, maybe a 4-minute walk, 5-minute walk, depending how old you are, maybe a 7-minute walk. Anywho, and I'd come home about 4 in the afternoon because I started at 6 in the morning. And one day I walked into the house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that we were living in. And there was a full band in the living room using mostly the equipment that she and I had bought over the years. And she's a good singer and always has been and loves music. But anyways, that band lasted for the extent of the summer, and she was involved in a couple of other ones, but she really started putting out music in the front of her life. And in 2017, meaning she'd be 21 years old at that time, she started a company called YNA Entertainment. And she did the LLC, and I helped her invest some money that she had earned and had gotten from family in cryptocurrency, Litecoin to be specific. And at the time she invested, it was about $26 a token. And by the early summer, it was $142 per token. And she had between 8 and 10 grand to really put behind her business. And her mom, who I was divorced from at the time, and still am, and I threw some money into it too, the little bit we had. We're both working class people. And she basically hired or assigned some kids to sing, and we went to LA, and she rented a recording studio and a dance studio, and spent all kinds of money that she shouldn't have spent that way. But at the time, I kind of gave her free rein. I didn't want to interfere. I had managed bands and raced horses and raced cars, and I had business experience. But you got to let people fail if they are trying things. Popeyes or Church's Chicken? It's a tie, isn't it? I think Church's is a little cheaper and Popeyes is a little better. But let's go with Popeyes because I'm tired of being cheap. So Popeyes chicken. Right now I have multiple. No, my daughter has multiple sclerosis. I get gout if I eat red meat. So, as a side note, I live on chicken, and right now Panda Express and the orange chicken. And here in Northern California, I shop at Safeway about every third Friday, and I buy a 3-gallon bucket of barbecue wings for $5 a pound, which is a hell of a deal. And that lasts me through about, well, it's always on Fridays. It gets me to about Monday afternoon. So that's not bad, $15, $16 total. And it gets me through that with some, what I call party toast. Take toast, put some butter on it, put cinnamon and sugar from a shaker, and then dump some honey on. And that's what I have for breakfast. I'll do the chicken wings or the boneless chicken wings through that. And then by the time it comes to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm at Panda Express getting Panda. I can't afford KFC anymore. It's just too damn expensive. Love their wings, but no way. Grateful Dead or Led Zeppelin? Easy. Grateful Dead. Jerry G. Have always been a big fan. Although my real musical tastes are Dave Van Ronk, Jesse Winchester, Steve Goodman. Big fan of that type of music. Used to go to coffee houses and see artists touring Buffalo, New York area where I'm from, touring the East. And the UUAB coffee houses at the University of Buffalo were amazing. Leo Kottke used to do the folk festival on Toronto Islands every summer. Like I said, I managed some younger bands, very talented musicians actually, because I grew up in an area where the parents were very involved in their kids' lives and were capable of financing them. Who else? John Prine. Oh my God. John Prine is a god. Absolutely amazing. Miss him. I must have seen John Prine in a coffee house 10 times with my feet up on, basically on the stage. And I saw, Loggins and Messina in their very first appearance. There was an oil embargo going on, so they didn't even have an album out, but I knew music, so I knew who they were. 300 of us showed up for their concert at University of Buffalo. We all sat basically on the stage in the front row, and they invited us down. We all got free tickets. They took all of our addresses and ran an extra concert at the end of their tour, and we all got to come for free, and they sold tickets to it for the university for fundraising. How about Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen, Dr. John the Night Tripper, kind of an eclectic group. Saw Chuck Mangione at a pizza house for 50 cents in Rochester, New York, before he got famous. Who else? Of course, the Beatles, of course, the Rolling Stones. Saw the Doors in their last North American concert before they went to England and Jimmy died, or whatever you want to say. right now, I mean, I just absolutely love Rod Stewart. I've loved Rod Stewart for what, 50 years? Okay. Ketchup, fridge, or pantry, refrigerator. I'm really weird about food. I am a racehorse nutritionist by trade, and I don't really like to take any risks with vomiting. Haven't vomited since I was, what, 17 years old? Something like that. So let's say at least 55 years I haven't thrown up. Had the dry heaves a few times. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do dope. You're from Indonesia, Sumatra. Don't know much about Indonesia. All I know is when I was looking for the future Mrs. Me, obviously Thailand and the Philippines came up. But I hate flying. I hate flying. And if you're going to go to a country where economics play in my favor as a retired U.S. citizen that's living on only Social Security, $2,000 a month, my obvious choice was the Dominican Republic. Why? Women are beautiful. And they live next door to Haiti, so they don't think they're poor. And the people over there have been amazing. But yeah, Indonesia, Vietnam, the women are goddesses. Thailand, we all love watching videos from Thailand. Who doesn't? The Philippines. But yeah, don't know a lot about Indonesia. Very cool, though. Very cool. Thank you for watching. I like all developing countries. I don't want to say third world because I think that's rude. But a lot of these countries have been there long before the United States was inhabited by Western civilization. But they still are on the cusp of development. Money hasn't trickled to them yet. And so what I know of Indonesia, yeah, it's cool. And thank you very much for following me from there. So anyways, getting back to it, there's a band in my living room. My daughter's 16 years old. So obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of driving, hauling them around with their equipment and everything. And I had a van for it, so that was good. Let's see. Okay, cool. And I think that probably my my first inclination was let them go as they wanted to. So now she's got her business up and running. She's dropped $10,000. It's not making anything. This is in 2019, let's say, 2020. COVID's on its way. And I supported her 100%. I let her make her own, made her own mistakes along the way. And there were thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of mistakes. And through COVID, everything was kind of stagnant, shall we say. And finally, we started to come out of it, and she and I had a come to Jesus meeting, shall we say. I told her that I needed to put a little more into what was going on. I wanted to have a little more input, in which she let me. And I don't think she was really too keen on that, but she realized that she was making some mistakes along the way that were costing her more than she could afford to make. So as it was, she and I started doing some more talking, and she started using some of my knowledge, not a ton of it, but some of it. and I was appreciative that she let me get involved to that extent. It's difficult because she's mainly into K-pop, although she loves all kinds of music, and is a singer and a writer. She's a really good recording engineer. I'm very impressed with the stuff she can do, especially considering the limited amount of equipment she's put into that. She can make even me sound good when I'm singing, and I don't sound good when I'm singing. So, at any rate, I support her. It's what you want. And in 2020, she was pregnant with her and her fiance's child. And there was a lot of health issues on her part, not the baby's. Baby's fine. And so they delved into it, and she just thought she was overweight and tired and lethargic. And it turns out she had multiple sclerosis and lupus. And she went on a 15 medication regimen immediately after the baby was born. And it's worked. It's worked very well. She is tired all the time. Sometimes her legs hurt enough that she heads to the bedroom when she doesn't have to be when she doesn't have to be vertical, she goes horizontal. And I understand that. She has lost about 100 pounds. She was up around 300, and now she's down around 200. And it's been helpful. Her fiance, and you don't get married when there's medical issues and big expenses. He's a good guy. He's a good dad. He's a good partner for her. And they get along great. Never fight. Often laugh. And my granddaughter is the light of our life, although she's a pain in the ass sometimes. And I just, I think that it's important to know that as she's developing this business, we bought 2.3 acres of land in Oregon and South Central Oregon, and we're making basically $100 a month payments on it for 20 years. We're 5 years through, so we got 15 to go. Like I said, I used to race cars for a living, so I'm pretty handy. Trained horses, so I can build a barn. And I'd like to use this channel to accelerate the payoff on that property, so I can be involved in helping build the land that we're going to develop. And that way she can have a recording studio or dance studio and a homestead for her and her future husband and their child, and the animals that will guaranteed follow them. They love animals, so I love animals too, but mainly with ketchup. And so I'm going to cut it short here. Have a great January 3rd. I'll see you January 4th, and we'll get back into this. Sorry if I got a little sidetracked, but I'm 74, so sidetracked is a normal occurrence. God bless y'all. Have a great Saturday.